Okay, this is something new. I haven't set anything up. Well, it's not new. I've done other stuff like this before, but everything's like I need this thing that's over here to be over here, and this thing that you can see here, which is the end of the screen, to not be in the shot. Wow, off to such a good start.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
A harsh mistress. That's sometimes what they say about time. But I'll get to that. Anywho, we have these last few weeks when I haven't been doing any videos, and you're gonna have to excuse me because I need to look in a completely different direction, and because I only have one camera now, it makes life a little bit difficult. So hang on, I can do that, and I can do that, and riveting entertainment for you there, huh? Totally riveting. Anyway, I keep sitting down at my computer to try and write stuff, and I keep finding that I don't really end up writing anything. I just sit there and bugger eyes around. I don't really ever get anything done. I mean, it's always the intention of writing stuff. It's always the intention of writing or just taking notes so that I can make a video. That's always what, I keep meaning to do, but, it's not a joke. It's not a joke present that you give to your family and say, but it's the thought that counts, when you give them a stupid card with stuff written on it. That's just not the way life works. So one of the videos was about BYD, which is just a 9-bit rendered car instead of a 8-bit rendered car from Gran Turismo 1. BYD, build your dreams. I was going to do a whole video about that's not much of a dream. A possibly slave-built, cheap Chinese potential firecracker isn't much of a dream, like a Lamborghini Huracan, which isn't my dream, but I'm just saying, a cheap Chinese car. That was one of the videos I was going to do that I didn't really do. There's various reasons, none of them particularly valid. Going to do another video because I use an e-bike as my main transportation, and I was going to do a video about fitting better brakes to the e-bike. The brakes in that picture that you can see are cable ones. This isn't my bike. This is just a that wasn't actually a picture of my bike. That was just an example of the brakes that I was upgrading from to 4-piston calipers. If it was a car, or I'd be saying it was fully sick and they'd be painted bright orange. But not a car, bike, different thing. That's my bike. That was my bike. I did a video about that, but it was filmed on a camera that one of the other videos I did, you heard the sound. It's in a language that nothing reads, so in order to get it from the camera back to anything useful is just a mind fuck in itself. That was another one I started to do that I was going to do and I didn't. And then, I did a video at Forest Lake. I'm going, well, I've got an action camera, and I went, well, I'll take that little action camera. I'll take that little action camera and do a video at Forest Lake, and one of these little things, and it's cheap and it's good enough quality, I suppose. But I didn't take that. I took the camera that with it in a language that nothing can read. So then I've got to play it in real time through HDMI, and then record it with an app, and then put it in another app to edit it down to what I need, and then put it back into this app that we're using here, and it's just. I don't know what that sounds like. Anyway, riveting. I actually did most of a video about this guy Jeff Buys Cars. Right, he's a English YouTuber, and it was like a £2,000 car, which is give or take about $4,000 in Australia. And all these list of all these cars that we would consider exotic or prestige, and this video was them talking about, well, we should buy one of these and we should buy one of these, and without fail, everything I found in this country was double what they were saying, even though our income in Australia is, the average income in Australia is better than the average income in the UK. Hang on 1 second. Got to start the music again. So I was doing a whole video on that, and I just sort of lost interest. There's so many things that are different about the vehicles over there and the vehicles here, and because I guess we don't maintain things because some things aren't as common, like a Volkswagen Touareg is not as common here, and they have a fairly bad rap. They get to a point that people just neglect the crap out of them, and then they're not even worth fixing. And even if in theory they're worth fixing, you've got to pay so much for them in the first place that, yeah. So their £2,000, our $4,000 thing, I didn't end up doing that because it is just fraught with just way too much research for me, to be honest. Then the video doing the gardening in the backyard, that's just totally fallen through the cracks, which is what that was for. Big giant crack that my gardening plans must have fallen into. It's again, like I said in the last video, failure to plan properly, or planning to fail. Maybe it was planning to fail. I do have a tendency to do that. I've even mentioned that previous occasions. So, yay, big ass crack. And maybe it's just time. Maybe the fact that time just is fleeting, and they say it heals all wounds, but time also makes things fester. Time passes without remorse, and it's something that we have no recourse for except studiousness, I guess, except paying attention, except actually deliberately moving forward. Maybe time does fall into this category. I don't know. It's not a sentient thing, but maybe. I mean, who the fuck knows at this point? Anyway, if you can't be good at it. And that's all I've got to say about that. I really don't know if that is all I have to say, but at this juncture, right now, at this point, with what we're doing here, ta-ta.